What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I am No Spoon, and today the video is going to be about a person who commented asking about a little more clarity. She says she's having a hard time ignoring her 3D and claiming to her new story. And we're going to clear a little bit of that up today because it is not ignoring. If you are ignoring the 3D, it is giving the energy of I am avoiding this thing because I don't want to see it. And it gives the energy that I think this is true about me, so I am putting all of this effort into avoiding it and not wanting to let it creep into my reality. When actuality, what you need to do, whenever you claim anew and you see something externally that is opposing your story, instead of avoiding it, instead of ignoring it, instead of trying to stuff it down and do techniques to shut it out and shut it away, all you need to do is remain in your end and look at the outside in an indifferent way. Don't assign bad meaning to it just because you see it in a different way. There's no reason that you cannot assign good meaning to these negative things that you see. See, there is zero built-in meaning into reality, like I've said in previous videos. It is only whenever you come along and you place meaning onto it. So you see this thing that is negative or is opposing your desire, and you go, oh no, that's negative. That means this. That means that I'm not getting anywhere. That means that this isn't working. That means they don't like me. That means that blah, blah, blah. You are literally narrating and writing your entire reality. So there is no reason that you cannot also come along and give it the best meaning possible for your desire, for your manifestation, whatever it is, right? So what I'm going to do today, because I'm going to read a couple Bible verses, and if read correctly, the Bible is the greatest guidebook on manifestation, on conscious creation, on how to conduct your life that was ever written. I do not read it in a religious aspect. I personally have so many people in my reality who are searching and searching and searching for the answer, but they are conditioned to believe that something outside of them is going to fulfill them, something outside of them is going to save them. When, if you read the Bible correctly, everything points to the Spirit of God is within you. Christ is within. The kingdom of heaven is within. But I see so many people so afraid to go within and face themselves and face the perceptions that they have been placing on life and their reality around them, and giving negative meaning over and over to these things. So what I'm here to do, because it does break my heart that the people that I'm very close to seem to not find the answer in the thing that draws them in the most. Like it's halfway there. You know what I mean? So I'm here. I feel called to clear all of that up. And today I'm going to start out with Romans 12:2 that says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." Do not conform to the pattern of this world, aka the 3D. Whatever the situation is showing you, no matter how bad the circumstance looks, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind internally. What you claim to be true. You can choose anything. All points of existence are now. Everything is now. So you can choose literally an infinite amount of possibilities and experiences that you want. All you have to do is shift in consciousness to the version of yourself who is already experiencing it. And do not conform to the patterns of this world. So whenever you are transformed by the renewing of your mind, do not conform to the patterns of this world. See, I'm going off on a tangent here, but this is how I like to conduct it. If anybody needs like a little reference point or a little muscle to flex whenever they feel like things are just kind of going awry, this is the story that I have told myself, and this is the way to think about it. I imagine that I am the version of myself who is at the highest timeline in every single area of their life. Money, love, health, ideal body, every single trait of my personality is top tier. Like, I have this encompassing version of myself, right? And we are on that timeline, and we're on that timeline. And then I like to think that, like, my timeline got destroyed and I came back to this version of myself in the 3D, and I basically killed off my old self. So I am in the old reality, the old identity, as the new person. So I am encompassing the new version of myself's thoughts, emotions, perceptions, things that they have seen and experienced without being there. Like, I am inhabiting all of these things. And then I come back to this old timeline. And everything that I see that does not match up with my identity, I am indifferent into, because it literally is not my identity. Like, I have come from the optimal timeline, and I've seen everything that I've experienced and everything that I'm about and everything I identify with. So now that I am back in this, like, old timeline, this old identity, everything that happens that is opposing my story, I am just so indifferent to, because I know so well what I am. Like, again, it's like calling yourself by somebody calling you by the wrong name. Like, my name's Tyler. If somebody came up and called me Kyle, I would just be indifferent to it. I would be like, that's wrong. No. Okay. Anyway, on with my day. My name's Tyler. So that's how you have to treat everything, not just your desires, but your entire self-concept. When anything comes to mind, whether it be in a social situation and you're talking with a bunch of people, whenever that thought of, maybe I don't have enough to say, maybe I'm not worthy enough to be around these people, maybe they're more interesting than me, be aware of that and immediately flip it to, no, I'm actually, like, all eyes are on me. I'm incredibly magnetic. I am top tier. I have the best conversations. I always connect with people on a deep level. Like, people remember me forever. Start saying these things in your head, and the situation just changes. You are the conductor of your reality. So any situation that you are in, you are creating it through your perception, through the lens of the identity who you already are. And you are experiencing life through this lens. So put some new glasses on, put some new lenses on. Become a different person. Anyway, back to the next Bible verse. Matthew 13:12 says, For whoever has, to him more will be given. But whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him. That is manifestation to a T. Whoever has, more will be given. Whoever does not have, what they have will be taken away, and they won't get their desire that they are saying they wanting, because they are focusing on the lack. They are focusing on not having. So when you can, yes, put your awareness and gratitude in things that you already have, but also put your awareness and gratitude and your conviction that your desire is already here, that's when things can be reflected to you. See, there is no outer world. Everything is internal. The outer world is the reflection of you. All you are doing is changing internally and experiencing the result of the reflection externally. That's all you're doing. That's all you have to do. Change inside. Change internally. So with the person who viewed the video and commented how to, she's having trouble ignoring the 3D and, having trouble remaining in her story. It's not about ignoring the 3D. If you were the person who had, or who was the person who had what they wanted, and you saw something opposing it shouldn't trigger you. It shouldn't send you into a spiral. It shouldn't send you into, oh, have to go do my technique. Like, do you understand? Like, you have to just be the person for long enough. Time shouldn't play into this. Please don't think about time, because all we have is now. And whatever you describe in the now is what you have in the now forever and ever until you say something different. So claim what you have. Realize that it is here now, because consciousness is the generator, is the thing that reflects upon the screen of space. And remain in that conviction and know that there is nothing to do. You have nothing to do. If you were the person who had your SP, who was happily married to your SP, would you need to do anything? Like, you wouldn't need to do anything. Put that energy out. Put that vibe out of, I don't have to do anything because it is done, and see what happens. That's surrender right there. But we've been programmed so much to think that we have to do, and we have to do, and we have to struggle, and we have to effort, and we have to do more to make more happen. And that is the conditioning that we need to get away from. Because the more that you give yourself the experience, whatever, go into theta waves, go into meditation, visualize a scene, do whatever it takes to get you into the wish fulfilled of it is done already. And then chill and relax and don't contradict yourself. And whenever that thing comes up into mind, just describe it as the wish fulfilled and move on. Oh, yeah, I have that thing. Boom. Next topic, next subject. What's next? Don't overthink this. Don't think you have to put more brain power into this thing. By doing that, you might actually be pushing it away. Right? The manifestation, conscious creation is a claiming and letting go process. But there's a knowing behind it. Let's put this into SP terms again. Like, if you're in the worst of worst situations and you have maybe like an ex and you're trying desperately to get them back, first of all, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be focusing on your self-concept and that it is normal for you to experience top priority, that it is normal for you to be chosen all the time, that it is normal for you to be approached by men or women, or that you are always the most attractive person in the room. Like, we're building that self-concept so that your little SP over here that you think you wants to come back too, because you're the ultimate identity. Like, who wouldn't want to be that? That's an incredibly magnetic person. So drop the individual desires and just focus back on the general self, right? All right, third Bible verse. Therefore, we do not lose heart, though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. I don't think I need to explain that one, honestly. Outwardly we are wasting away. In the 3D, it is dying away. It is always dying. It is reflecting the inner identity that we have. Yet inwardly, we are being renewed day by day. We are changing the story day by day. We are literally shifting every single day by the stories and perceptions and things that we have learned over time in our life. So remember where reality is generated from. Remember that you are all that is, and you are connected to literally everything in the universe, and there is nothing separate from you. And get familiar with this power. Like, don't just be selective. Approach life from this aspect every single day. That you have the power within you to create your reality and experience life in the way that you see fit, because you have the power of perception. Like, look back on your life and just just become aware for a week how many times you expect the worst in something. Like, how many times do you bring a negative emotion to something and expect the next outcome to be terrible and to not work out in your favor? Why can't you do that in the opposite direction? That is manifestation right there. Changing your story, changing your perception, changing the way that you see things and the meanings you give to everything. It doesn't matter past, present, future. Whatever you are giving meaning to, whatever is in front of you, whatever is in your mind, whatever you are experiencing, you will experience more of that. Period. Because you are the version, you are the identity who would experience these things, whether it be negative or positive. So make it positive. Choose the greatest things. Choose the greatest things about yourself. Choose the greatest things about what you experience in life. Choose the greatest things about what you have before you see it physically. I'm financially abundant. I am incredibly magnetic. I am the most confident version of myself. I am extremely attractive. Like, go all the way down the line. It doesn't matter. The more you say these things, the more this becomes a part of your identity and a part of your story. Then you'll start to feel it, and you'll start to feel the emotions. You'll start to believe it. And again, everyone says this is delusion, but it wasn't delusion whenever you said the worst negative things about yourself without any proof. Everyone's like, be humble. You need to be humble. You need to humble yourself in front of God. Well, God sees you with a way more perfect lens than you're seeing yourself. So humbling might not be the right word, might not be the right term for all this. All right, going off on a tangent. Last one, really quick. Proverbs 18:21. The tongue has power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. I don't think I have to explain that one there, but I will a little bit. The tongue has power of life and death. What you say, what you express, what you identify your reality as can either bring life or death, in a metaphorical way, of course. You can experience your own heaven or your own hell on earth. It's all up to you. All right? You can give it over to God, but you still have a job to do. You still have a healthy perception, a walking of faith. You still have a little bit of a job to do. See it done, see it perfect before you see it externally. And you'll win. And that's it. All right. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. If you'd like to work with me, link is in the description. Really appreciate you. This is No Spoon, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.